What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, another day, another dollar, and I do appreciate you guys coming through, stopping by and watching me break down the market. We're looking at the S&P 500 futures contract, and we're going to be breaking down the 30-minute time frame. We're going to look at the larger picture. We'll take a gander at all three time frames. We'll look at the monthly, the weekly, and the daily time frames real brief. Try not to spend too much time on them. I know I get into a lot of detail. It just one helps me kind of understand better, and then hopefully you guys get something out of it as well. So today was an inside day up. We do continue the one time frame up. I left you guys in with a few scenarios yesterday. In yesterday's video I was talking about how the trend up could be coming to a slow because of yesterday's choppy session and inside day with value being unchanged. And I left you guys with, I believe, three scenarios, one being to the downside, where we firmly put the daily back into a balance, or you could say the daily comes from up to balance and then goes down, however you wanted to look at it, or we continue to push up higher and eventually attempt to test that 44.2325 level. And today we've kind of, if you really think about it, you're within roughly 20 points of a monthly high. Okay. And whenever you get near a monthly high, especially when you're one time framing down, you're going to have a profit taking from those that bought and accumulated their positions way down here, right? You're going to have profit taking on the table. And then not only are you going to have profit taking, but you're also going to have sellers step into the market to defend that one time framing down in the monthly time frame, right? So we'll look at that in the larger picture as well, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that here in just a few minutes. So we opened up today inside of the previous day's range. All right, opened up inside the previous day's range, pushed down, got that 9Y point of control, right? That was a magnet to the downside, and then we couldn't even take out the previous day's low. Okay, so that just goes to show you that sellers were not present and that this market was still indeed strong to the upside. Now, volume was light most of the day, so this is all short-term traders. So do not be surprised when, someday that this market just absolutely liquidates. And I'm kind of being cautious. I think I need to start being more cautious buying pullbacks due to that fact. And I'll show you why here in a minute. I got long on a pullback today and made money on the rotation back up. And I'll describe that trade here in just a few minutes. But we opened up inside the day's range, pulled back, could not take out that day's low. Next, so if you couldn't get the day's low, and I do believe if I were to put the full time session here, let's go futures, show extended hours. If you look, we did not even get close to taking out the overnight low. Overnight low was near yesterday's low. 43.66 was the overnight low. Today's low was 43.7225. So we could not take the overnight low out. So we rotate back up and then we attempt to take out the overnight high. Now the overnight high was set in the pre-market right around 43.85. Once we took that out, boom, pop, goes the weasel, and we go up to the previous day's high, 89.50. Once we get above that, then you have an opportunity for an inside day up, and those usually tend to be pretty strong. I'm going to go ahead and put this back to regular session trading hours. Apply. Okay. Oh, that is ugly. Hold on. Hold on, let me fix this. Hold on, hang in there. All right. Whoa, buddy. What am I doing? Am I a rookie? Oh my goodness. Oof, where am I at? Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. I know. Rookie mistake. All right. If you've had TOS, you understand what I mean by when that shit happens more often than not. And if you do have TOS and you don't do that, then you're fucking lying. All right. So after we took out A's high and took out the overnight high, we sparked a pretty good momentum push to the upside, creating a set of single prints, getting the previous day's high, so continue the one time frame up, and then we took out that high day from the 11th at 91.75. Your next upside destination from a visual standpoint would have been 4,400. And then 44, 23, 25, that monthly and high of day, also where the gap begins. Okay. And because of the lack of volume, did not seem like we would get up there. And there's another reason why I don't think we're going to get there today. And I'll show you that here in just a second. But we continue to push up. We create a set of single prints. Okay. That initially look like this. And then we create another set of single prints in C period. But they all eventually get filled except for one. We pulled back late in the evening or early morning, going into the evening portion of the day. And then we pulled back into these set of single prints, holding just a very small portion. Now, single prints act as an intraday gap. So that's, as you came in, you wanted to see shorts begin to cover their shares there. And, momentum buyers such as myself step into this market and help rotate this bad boy back up to the upside. So, where did I get involved today? Oh, excuse me. Let me just continue with the rest of the day. So we pulled back there, got a nice rotation back up. At the time, we established point of control right around, was it A, B, C, D, D's low, which was 95.50. Okay, we had point of control established right there. We were 4 wide. We were looking to get 5 wide after we pulled back, right? We had stopped the one time framing up because we had been one time framing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time frames, and then we had a reversal bar in E period, and then an F period got a nice pullback, which was a pretty, and E and F was a pretty good liquidation to the downside. I took a long initially in these 2 time frames, and then even I got out of part of my position up here, and then on the deeper pullback is where I got added, or not added, but I got into the position again on the long side. To rotate back up to that point of control. I did not think they were going to take back the trend day completely, and I did think they were going to at least attempt to hold the opening, and just below that is where I had my stopping point. So I was long 87.50 to be exact, and was looking to rotate back up to 95.50. And in G period, we pushed up pretty good in G period, back up to the 144 at the time. Which was right around 95. So we pushed back up to the 144 on the 1 minute chart. And I got out just before that, actually. I was asking 95.25, but I just did not know if this market wanted to push back up. So once it came up and I began to show, some profit there, I took the trade off, and overall ended up with 70 points in MES. So overall, a good day. About $425 on the day, and you cannot complain. I mean, I traded 2 time frames and then went to the gym and did the rest of my, made some homemade chili, etc. So, you make $425 in 2 time frames. You don't have to overtrade, especially when the market is not giving you a whole lot. So I made my money, but we did eventually end up rotating back up to 95.50, and we ended up actually establishing a wide point of control around 96.50. We go out with a 9 wide point of control there. So I was long on the pullback. You don't want to be selling here, right? I'm sure there were a few people out there that were selling, thinking that this market was going to roll back over. I just wasn't one of those people. I was buying on this pullback. Now, the reason why I think I should definitely be more cautious on buying pullbacks is because here on my 10-minute chart, I look at the 10-minute. Don't ask me why. I find it useful. But here on the 10-minute chart, we had an area where there's like no volume done within this day back from the 17th. Okay, so back from the 17th, which was also the day we had that big move down and we set that monthly high in ES. Okay, so in October, we have this area where there was no volume done from that day. Now there was volume done in choppiness from on the previous day, the 16th, but not on the 17th. We kind of just that's where change began to take place, and from that point, we did nothing but sell off straight down. So in between 44.02 and 44.10, I did not want to be a buyer. I just was not interested in buying in that area. And guess what? I actually took a short up here In E period, I forgot to mention that I took the short in E period at 4402. No, not 4402. Excuse me, 4400. I do believe. Let's go positions. Will it still show me? Yeah, 4400. I shorted and then got out at 4398.50. So I had a 2 lot on, and it came in. I got out of the trade. Was happy with it, you know. So took a short initially against that area, and I just did not want to be long. I was not comfortable being long there. Felt like maybe, you know, we're getting close to that high 44.23, and was like, you know, this market could potentially roll back over. I'm not going to sell it at the lows, but I'll definitely attempt a long, and that's exactly what I did. Made my money on that. So, yeah, enough of my rambling. So we go out with a double distribution day, okay, because we did hold a set of single prints. So your lower distribution is going to be all of A period's time frame, or the first 30-minute time frame, right? So 84.75 is where single prints fill. 84.75 single prints. Ooh, that's ugly. Single prints fill 11. What's today's date? 7. So single prints will fill there. And then you have today's low of day, 72.25. So from 84.75 to 72.25, numbers. That is going to be your lower distribution. Now, buyers want to stay out of that lower distribution. Sellers want to open up within that lower distribution to, you know, establish maybe putting the daily back into a balance by taking out a previous day's low. Technically, we do not stop that until we take out a previous day's low. Now, buyers want to open up in the upper distribution, right? So single prints start here at 85.75. 85.75 single prints start here. We'll mark that. So, and then we have a high of day up here in M period where we attempted the spike at 03.25, and we came in pretty good after we attempted the spike there. High of day 11.7, 20, 23. So upper distribution is from 44.03.25 to 43.85.75. So buyers want to open up within this upper distribution. And then we have the lower distribution at 84.75 to 72.25. Sellers want to open up within that lower distribution and take out the previous day's low to put ourselves back into an initial 4-day balance, or potentially even more than that, depending on how much we go down, or if we go down. Now, we do have a wide point of control here at 80 or 96.50. 96.50. I do believe that is a 9 wide point of control. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did we not get 9 wide? Am I tripping? Hold on, we gotta zoom this thing in real quick. Sorry, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, 9 wide point of control. Or an 8 wide. However you want to look at it. My eyes hurt. So I'm just going to say 8 wide. I do think it's going to be significant whether or not we open below or above it tomorrow. So we have an 8 wide point of control, 96.50. So that will act as a magnet. So if we open up in the lower distribution and cannot take out the day's low, look to rotate up to 43.96.50 and then get the day's high at 44.03.25 and then grind your way up to 44.23.25. Now sellers don't want to open up within the upper distribution, but if they do, then they don't want to take out the day's high, push down through 96.50, fill the single prints, and then get into the lower distribution and take out the low of day. Goodness, I gotta figure out a way to make these videos shorter. So let's go ahead and look at the larger time frame. We'll look at our monthly, and it's not there. Why is it not there? Okay, monthly. For some reason, everything's gone from this whole rollover. It's kind of annoying. So our monthly has been one time framing down 1, 2, 3, 4 months in a row. This month makes it 5. The only way we stop it is if we take out last month's low at 44.2325. Okay, we stop that. We'll put ourselves initially into a 3-month balance, depending on how much we get into the month of September. Weekly, we are officially in a 3-week or 4-week balance. Balance high for the weekly is 44.2325. So we're in a balance, right? We have balance high here, balance low here, and we're just chopping around inside this. So sellers want to defend 42.2325 and then rotate back down towards the lower end of the balance, around the 41.2225 level. And then we have our daily just chopping around inside of that. However, it has been one time framing up for several days in a row. We are above the 50, the 20, and the 200-day moving average. We continue to one time frame up. So the only way that stops, I don't know who's here. The only way that stops is if we roll over and take out a previous day's low. We take out a previous day's low, then we'll put ourselves back into an initial 3 or 4 day balance, or even more, depending on how much we get into these gaps on the downside. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.